doing, how about you?
All right, let's kick it off.
Oh, sorry. I'll bring it.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is great to see all of you here today. If we could, let's all rise. We're going to have Member Ms. Rita Carter give us the word this afternoon, and then we'll have a Pledge of Allegiance.
And I literally am going to give the word because I'm going to pray the scriptures tonight. So if you'll bow your heads. Amen. Psalm 46. He makes wars cease to the ends of the earth. He breaks the bow and shatters the spear. He burns the shields with fire. He says, "Be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the nations. I will be exalted to the earth. The Lord Almighty is with us. The God of Jacob is our fortress." Lord, be with us tonight as we make decisions, as we move the school district forward, as we recognize people who have done exemplary jobs, and as we make policy decisions that need to be made. But Lord, we just ask that your presence be felt in a mighty way, and that we will be still and know that you're God. Amen.
Amen.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We'll go ahead and call this meeting to order this afternoon. As we do so, I will let everyone know that now Polk School District Board meetings will be recorded on video and audio. And you'll see our little stand back there in the back, over there on the side. And they will be available after our meeting has concluded and will be posted on various media channels and internally. So just want to keep that in mind for everybody. So we'll want to ask everybody to please speak loud and proud all day. Right. And we'll go from there. Let the roll call show that all board members are in attendance and here. Now, item B under item 3, approval of agenda.
I'd like to make a motion that we add additional committee report under the committee reports as the budget committee previously met and wants to make the report at this meeting.
Okay, so that's an amended action on there. Has anyone got a second for it? Got a second? Okay, board, you heard that motion and you heard the agenda here also as well. Can we get it all in one time? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
I hear it done. Good. All right. Item C is approval of the previous minutes. All of you, I assume, have had the opportunity to read those minutes and get a chance to see them. Do we have a motion to approve? Saw Bernard's hand up first. Saw Rita's hand second. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All right, it is. Mr. Superintendent, do we have any public participation today?
Yes, we do. We have Miss Lisa Jones. I'd like to come around and speak.
Okay, great. Come forward if you would, Ms. Jones. Come here to the podium, and while you do so, let me make sure I share with you the procedures always for speaking before the board. You have to sign up to speak 24 hours before, which you've already taken care of. You have to be aware, as you just heard me say, that we're going to have this recorded today. So it will be aware that public commentary may be broadcast live, filmed, and photographed or recorded by the district or any other non-district media source. You will be allotted 3 minutes of which to share your concerns, but we'll remind you that the board will not permit anyone to become personally abusive of individual board members or system employees. Personal complaints regarding district employees should follow the complaints and grievance procedure established by the board. I have to say that to everybody, Lisa. Okay? Items which are excluded from the Open Meeting Act will not be discussed during this session. This includes anything regarding certain land or legal reference, individual student discipline cases, or personnel items. In addition, you may not discuss student or staff by name and or share other information that could lead to the personal identification of a student. Okay? If you wish to share materials with us, you should have got it to us before. And the meeting is supposed to be, the rule is 24 hours before. And if you continue speaking after the speaking time, we may have to just, yank the plug up here on here to tell you not to please quit. Okay? All right. So, Ms. Jones, if you would, please share with us.
First, thank you guys so much for hearing us out. I know you got a tough job, and I want to take 30 seconds to say, hey, y'all are doing a good job. We appreciate it. We really do. We're praying for you, and it's been an exceptionally hard year for everybody in Polk County. Our issue, I have a student who's a 10th grader, and she currently attends Cedartown High School, and the school has been great. They've been working with us, but they need assistance. There is a short-term substitute that has been present in the geometry class for 10th grade now for 9 weeks. There has been, on only one occasion, one day, an actual math teacher in that class. The other 2 classes have a math teacher present for all classes. So we have one class that is really getting the short end of the stick, and we need that fixed. I've tried to read through the rules and regulations. That's not my job. I don't really understand all of them, but I do understand that the children are being held to the same grading standard as the other students, but they're not able to interact with a teacher. They're getting a Google video. They're basically doing distance learning in a classroom. They have another 5 weeks before this teacher is going to be back, and as far as I know, they don't have any hope of having a teacher in there. When this teacher returns, we're going to have another 2 weeks before we have exams. I personally have a student there present in the class. I have other parents here with me tonight that have students in the class. And I have watched my child sit up till 12:30 at night and basically beat her head on the table crying because she doesn't understand. I am not a geometry teacher, or I would help, but I'm not. So I'm bringing this student out to tell you that Cedartown High School is doing a great job, but they need help. They really do. Mr. Wilson's been in touch with me. He's talked with me. So this is a starting point for us. So anything that you guys can do, and as a parent, I want to be part of the solution, not part of the problem. So if there's something that we can do on a personal level, please reach out, because I want to do that. Thank you for your time.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, are there any other speakers on the agenda for this evening?
That's all.
Okay, all right. Mr. Superintendent, item 5, student recognitions.
Yes, tonight we have Miss Jennifer Cupp from Cedartown High School and the International Debate Team, and she wanted to come around and present what these guys have been doing for the past few months. So.
Yes. Hi, my name is Jennifer Cupp, and I am the International Debate Coach at Cedartown High School. We started this program 9 years ago when a very generous lady in Japan wanted to create a cultural and diplomatic experience for students all over the world, and her very best friends in the world are the Komodos. And they said, we would love to bring a school from America. Do you know anybody? And he said, I have a little plant in Cedartown, Georgia. I bet they have a local high school. And that was literally, I didn't know anything about debate, but we have been doing it for 9 years, and this was the first time we were able to go and visit Japan since COVID. Our team used to go, and then we were about 3 weeks away from getting on the plane, and they shut Japan down. So we brought a video just to show you our experience of what we were able to do, and then I have with me Zoe Harper and Kaylee Matsko. Maddox Mingy, the master of all trades, is currently in a tennis tournament, or he would be here with us. So you can play the video. So That's just what we do. Domination.
All now about to learn and put on a traditional Japanese costume called a kimono.
This is an actual survivor from Hiroshima that they brought in to speak to us. It was amazing to hear this story. Amazing.
今回にあった皆さんもそれぞれの態度までに強い絆で結ばれ、そしてそれが自分の宝物になって成長していくと思います。
And we read the little train.
Wow.
And to show our appreciation, because letting us miss a couple weeks of school is a very big deal. We brought the board something that if you guys, while I pass these out, you guys are welcome to talk about anything you want to talk about.
Do you need help?
We did learn a lot of different things. We met so many different people from different countries. We met 5 different schools from Japan, a school from Hungary, Indonesia, Australia, and Mongolia. It was incredible, and even though we were all from different cultures and not everybody's first language was English, we still connected and we found things that we were in common with, and it felt like we knew them way before this competition. And even though we were like up against each other, and like maybe some people lost, we never like held it against each other. We completely forgot about the competition by the end of the week. And we actually still talk to each other today. We have like one big group chat, and we're all sending pictures, and we're all talking.
Wow.
And one of my favorite things, like one of my favorite takeaways from this trip is that no matter where I go in the world, I'll always have a place to stay. It's my favorite part.
That's cool.
This is something like this trip will truly like make such an impact on my life, and I'll cherish it for like ever. She said that we will definitely have somewhere to go wherever we stay. There was a school from Japan who recently went to Australia, and the first thing they did was reach out to the Australian school. And I think that's really cool because we could do the same exact thing. And it's not just like a fun trip, it really does teach you so much stuff. Like, we learned so much about the other cultures, and like she said, there was never an awkward moment. We instantly clicked. Like, there was never a time where you were uncomfortable to go up to someone and talk to them. We would sit, I know with my roommates, we would stay up until 1 a.m. just talking about everything, like about how their cultures are, their everyday lives, different things. You saw the Hiroshima survivor. He was 6 years old when it happened, and something that I was very inspired by was what inspired him to share his story. There was a girl, and she was from Japan. She was an exchange student going to school here, and the school she went to was in the town that
Discovered the
for the bombs. And their school logo was the mushroom cloud, and their slogan was "Where the bomb is."
That's their school mascot is the Bombers. It's still happening in Washington State.
And
not
she was like, she was not okay with that, and so she spoke up and shared her experience living in Japan and how that affected her. And she actually got them to change it. And he saw what she did, and that inspired. And he sent her a letter, and that is what inspired him to speak up. And it was very, very inspirational for all of us, and it's something we can pass on to other people.
Best trip ever.
It really is best trip ever.
It definitely improved my speaking skills a lot, because you're put on the spot and you have to come up with all these elaborate discussions and find ways to win the discussion in the few seconds you have. So.
And also they won 3rd place, and I don't think so. So thank you so much for giving us this brief window to speak. We're very, very appreciative of all of you and what you do. So thank you, and thank you.
All right, that is great.
Fantastic.
Any other student recognitions this evening?
That's all for tonight.
All right. Item 6, Whatever It Takes Awards. Mr. Superintendent?
Yes, this is for the month of February, and the Whatever It Takes Award that we're giving out today. The word we had was sacrifice, and at this time we will start out with Cedartown High School Principal Mr. Wilson. Our stuff is right there.
Let me say first, thank you ladies. Ms. Cook, you have represented Cedartown High School well. You are known now in the Western and the Eastern Hemisphere. Also, let me say to the Board of Education, happy Board of Education Appreciation Week. Thank you. All right, we have 2 February representatives for the Whatever It Takes Award. February's theme was sacrifice. So first is Coach Gavin Johnson. He's not able to be here. They're playing a home baseball game, a region game. So when this meeting's over, you're all invited. Come over and cheer on the Bulldogs. Secondly is Miss Sonia Triplett. Come on up, Miss Triplett. If you don't know Miss Triplett or the work she does for Cedartown High School, you are definitely missing out. Come by and visit sometime. We'll go down and visit her classroom.
Appreciate it.
Congratulations. You're welcome.
And now we'll have
You want me to do it?
Rockmart High School Principal, Dr. Bo Adams.
so much. I have two individuals that come to us from our self-contained sped room. These two individuals every day come to work and work with some of our most challenging students, and they do a phenomenal job, and I can't stress how much sacrifice they give individually for what they do for these kids and these families. So Miss Randy Sly and Josh Cocker, if you'll come forward, please. Hey guys, got another picture right there.
I'll get in there too.
Sure, I'll mess their picture up.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, now we'll have Polk County College and Career Academy. Miss Angela Schumann-Smith, there she comes.
The College and Career Academy is proud to recognize two individuals that definitely personify this word for us. They are willing to do whatever it takes, and we're happy to celebrate Ms. Shannon Crowfield and Mr. Chris Jones.
Now we have Cedartown Middle School, Mr. Wesley Cupp.
If you had a moment to speak with both of my representatives today, you would know truly that they do represent the word of sacrifice. Wonderful stories from both of them, but I'd like to recognize Mr. Sidney Ford. And Ms. Felicia Hartman, she's not here, she wasn't able to make it.
Right there, your left hand. Okay, Rockmart Middle School, Mr. Chris Lovelace.
Both of the representatives that we have for this month, they don't teach in the classroom, but they do have a large impact on the mental health of our students. One of them is not here today. She teaches dance on the Tuesdays as well, and that's one of our counselors, Miss Kelly McClendon. But the person who is here joining us today is our school-based therapist, and that's Miss Tia Quinones.
Cherokee Elementary, Mr. Rowell.
Two individuals that represent the word of sacrifice at Cherokee Elementary goes to Miss Christy Williamson right back there. She is a parapro in our special needs pre-K. And Officer Eric Falkenberry, who is jack of all trades at Cherokee.
Eastside Elementary, Dr. Hyde.
Eastside is proud to recognize two individuals that not only serve our staff and students, but our families and communities as well. I'd like to recognize Ms. Candy Mears and Officer Carrie Atkins.
Okay, Northside Elementary, Dr. Abernathy.
Sadly, both of mine are not here. One is sacrificing tonight with twin grandbabies. And then the other one couldn't make it, but Becky Beck and Gabby Garcia.
Vanward Elementary, Mr. Zwingman.
All right, so for February, we would like to recognize two wonderful ladies. Our first is our parent involvement coordinator. She does an excellent job engaging our community, and she sacrifices family. So I feel like we owe Mr. Garcia an award as well, because he's always, I think it's on his honey-do list to be at all of our events. So Ms. Amberly Garcia. And then our second person is my bookkeeper. She is the ultimate Swiss Army knife. And we have Ms. Emily Elrod, who she does everything.
Westside Elementary, Ms. Laura Little.
Our two people at Westside is Ms. Angela Jones, and she is sacrificing, she also does our after-school program, so there was not another person that could do it, so she's sacrificing her time for the kids. She also does our school store and just about whatever else I need her to do. Miss Tony Pruitt, she is one of my EIP teachers. She is also whatever it takes kind of person, and I greatly appreciate all that she does for our kids.
Okay, Youngs Grove Elementary, Ms. Bridget Kirsch.
Our two representatives for our school tonight are both very sacrificial in everything they do. They give of their time, their talents, and more importantly, they show love to every person in our building, whether it be staff, whether it be students, parents, anybody that enters those doors, they're there to help, and they do whatever they can. So I have Miss Danielle Coley, our instructional coach, and Macy Hooper, who's one of our 5th grade teachers.
Okay, for Crossroads, is Miss Ritchie here? Mr. Williams?
I can do it.
Miss Ricky Farms.
For Crossroads, sacrifice goes to Ricky Parham. He's not here. Okay, I'll give it to you. All right. Thank you.
Okay, Exceptional Student Services, Miss Julie Mullen.
For the ESS department, we are recognizing two outstanding ladies who are the true definition of the word sacrifice. We have Miss Sherry White and Miss Lacey Robertson.
Wow. That's brand new right there.
Okay, for operations, this lady, she goes beyond the call of duty up here, keeping this place clean. She works for a custodial service, and she's an excellent cook also. So we're glad to honor her tonight, Miss Cecilia Guerrero. Last but not least, this lady keeps all of Polk School District straight. She's the voice of Polk School District. She has a hard job keeping all of us up there on that end of the hallway straight. But she will let us know when we step out of line for sure. The voice of Polk School District, Miss Carol Goss.
Oh, God.
Smile big, girl. Thank you. That's all of the awards.
All right. Ms. Goss is actually kin to me, and I'm very excited always to see her. And I walked in one day without my badge in the front lobby, and I was going in, and I said, "Hey, how you doing there, Miss Goss?" And she said, "Good to see you too, Britt." And I said, "I got to go to my meeting back here in the back." She said, "You have to sign in." And I said, "Oh, okay, yes, ma'am. I'll do that right now." And, but we are thankful for all of our winners, and very thankful for the job they do and the sacrifice they make for us at Polk School District. Thank you very much. All right, Mr. Superintendent, item 7, school board recognition.
Yes, this week is School Board Appreciation Week, and we got you a little something here, but we just want to say that we appreciate you. It's a hard job being in the position you're in, and a lot of people don't know what goes on and what goes on behind the scenes. That is, there's tough decisions that have to be made, but we as the whole district, we appreciate all the work that you do, putting the children and putting the teachers above everything else in Polk School District. Thank you.
Thank you. It's our honor and privilege. Item 8, Polk Retired Educators Association Grant.
Yes, tonight we have Miss Judy Angle from the Polk Retired Educators Association to present the new teacher grant.
I'm sure most of you were a new teacher one time or the other, and you know how frustrating it can be when you need things in your classroom. So it's one of the things that we do as retired teachers is earn, gather, whatever money to help a new teacher. And they write a paper on what they're doing with the money. And this year's award goes to Virginia Kersey. We have a check for you, and thank you.
Congratulations. Our committee reports are next under item 9. Mr. Superintendent, I believe we have the Policy and Personnel Committee.
Yes, that would be Mr. Morgan.
Mr. Morgan.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm glad everybody's here. Our policy committee meeting met on February 12th with attendance of me, of course, and of course Jeff Hawkins and Ms. Tammy McDonald, Rita Carter, Ms. Melissa Allred, Mark Lumpkin, Dr. Katie Thomas, and Wendy Harden. We met, that was our first policy and committee meeting that we had. And one thing about policy and committee, our policies come down from GSBA, and we determine, add to whatever they have and send it back to them and approve those. But at this time, there's no new policies to discuss at this particular time. However, personnel, we went over our current personnel, and of course, we talk about personnel in our executive sessions or every session. But this particular time, personnel changes normally take place, it's that time of year when new contracts are done, and that's the time when everything will be changed, whether people retire or whatever, find another job or whatever. So at that time, since we're at the time of personnel, when those changes will take place at contract renewal time, they will have more information to give you. And it's also the first meeting that we had this year, which was to introduce the new board members to actually what we do at the policy and personnel committee meeting. So then the meeting was adjourned, and next time we have more information to give you, and thanks very much for listening.
Thank you very much. All right. Next, we have item B. We added the budget committee wanted to speak tonight. Mr. Superintendent, is that okay with you?
That's good, and that will be Ms. Mays.
All right.
The budget committee met this afternoon. Myself, Dr. Renshaw, Mr. Madden, Mr. Lumpkin, Ms. McDonald, and Ms. Allred. And I am happy to say that expenditures are down and our projection has gone up significantly. So we're doing pretty good. So that's what we found out, and we was real happy.
That's right.
Good news.
So we aren't broke.
We aren't broke.
Oh, good. Glad to hear it. Yeah. No, they worked very hard. I want to thank. I enjoyed that meeting, and I appreciate it very much. All right. Item 10, action items, financial reports. Mr. Superintendent.
Yeah, at this time, we'll ask the Director of Finance, Ms. Melissa Allred, to present the financial reports for January.
The district has completed 58.33% of the fiscal year as of January 2025. Revenues were 3.12% less than expected. Expenditures were 13.74% less than projected. And the general fund balance was $13,076,683.46.
All right, great. 13 million in fund balance in the positive. That's a good thing, I think. So that's really good. All right. Item B, field trips under action.
I recommend the board.
Oh yeah, we got to approve that. Don't we?
I recommend the board approve the financial report for January.
Okay. You've heard the recommendation from the superintendent. I have a motion from Ms. Mays, a second from Dr. Renshaw. Any discussion? Not hearing any. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Sounds like it's approved. Sorry about that. Item B, field trips.
Okay, you will see we have 3 field trips listed up here. The RHS band to Disney World, RHS FFA to the Georgia International Horse Park in Conyers, and Cedartown High School Volleyball FCA camp at the University of West Georgia. I recommend that the board approve the following overnight field trips.
You've heard this recommendation, board. Do we have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Mr. Morgan, second by Ms. Carter. Any discussion?
Just a quick question,
Yes, sir.
which I wanted to go, but the dates on there are 2/11/25 and 2/16/25 for the band.
Yeah.
It has an asterisk beside it, so it's a, that means that it's already occurred.
Ah, okay. I just want to make sure there wasn't a typo on that. So,
Oh.
yeah.
You see an asterisk? Okay, yeah, okay. I'm sorry. I
Barely.
can't see the asterisk.
Barely.
I apologize. I couldn't see it up there. Okay. All right. Board, you've heard those recommendations on the field trips. We need a motion to approve. Drew Williams said something down there at the end. How about a second for Drew? Got Dr. Renshaw. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Sounds like it's approved. Executive session, item number 11. Mr. Superintendent, is there a need for executive session this evening?
Yes, for personnel and legal issues.
All right. Do I have a motion to move into executive session? Ms. Carter, second by Mr. Williams. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Sounds like it's approved. We're now in executive session. All right, we're going to get back here. Do I have a motion to come out of executive session? Ms. Mays, second by Dr. Renshaw. All in favor say aye. Aye. Glad we approved that. Okay. Mr. Superintendent, item number 12, personnel.
Yes, I recommend personnel based on background check and release from previous school system.
Okay. You've heard the superintendent tell us this recommendation. Do I have a motion to approve? Mr. Morgan, Mr. Williams, any discussion? Let's vote. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Okay, it is approved. Mr. Superintendent, future meetings, item 13.
Yes, next Tuesday, March the 18th, we need to have a meeting at 4 p.m.
Okay. That'll be Tuesday, March 18th. Put it on your calendars, folks.
And then on April 1st, we will have a combined session at the Han Room, and that will start at 6 p.m. We will be doing our Employees of the Year and all the whatever it takes awards also.
Okay.
Great.
During that.
All right. Wonderful. Adjourn.
We'll have a reception at 5 over there. So
reception at 5
for all of these.
All right. Looking forward to a motion to adjourn. Oh, yeah. I was going to say that. I'm sorry. Took me a minute. I was looking all around me. I'm sorry. It has come to our attention that legislation is being drafted right now as we speak on the floor of the State House and State Senate and the legislature in Atlanta in regards to the senior tax exemption that we have been working with our local legislative delegation in regards to. And we're very happy to hear about the framework that's being proposed. We hopefully have more good news to share on that soon, as that will hopefully get through in the state as we continue to finalize and maybe possibly tweak that legislation. But we're real excited for the seniors of Polk County. We always have looked upon them as being wonderful supporters too of Polk School District. But we also want to help them out as much as we can too. But we're real excited for what the future may bring and more info to come. Thanks. All right. Now, I'll take a motion to adjourn. Now, Ms. Mays can shake her hand. Anybody else want to second that? Dr. Renshaw said she wanted to go too. All in favor, say aye. Aye. This meeting is now closed.